right, so let's unfortunately talk some Patriots football. Another week where just infuriated. I know the Patriots supposed to be one of the worst teams in the NFL, but the way they lose these games is just very, very infuriating. And I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be blunt in this video. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Alex Van Pelt and Jerome Mayo, it is not gonna be a long tenure for either y'all as OC and head coach if that is what the fuck is on the field for the New England Patriots. The illustrious franchise of the New England Patriots are just going out sad once again. I know last year with the Bill Belichick, we went out sad as well, but this is now back-to-back years of going out sad. And your first time play caller, your first time head coach, Jerome Mayo, first lose 30-13, have 2 fumbles, have this, that, and the third. It's inexcusable. It is just genuinely inexcusable. So I have a couple of those I want to get into that I took from the entire game. Patriots lose 30-13. They cap it off with a Jordan Mason rushing play, because of course Patriots need a big time stop. You know what happens? They don't fucking get it, man. Let me just breathe. David Andrews, who's been kind of the rock of our offensive line, he goes down in the first quarter. He hasn't really been his best self, but that just lets you know just how down bad the Patriots offensive line is, with David Andrews, who I just mentioned is not his best self right now currently and might be retiring after this season. Who knows? At the end of the day, he goes down, and we have Nick Leverett, who struggled with snapping the ball in the preseason, so that just fucking sucked. Brock Purdy on the first third down of the game for the 49ers, he extends the play for a first down. One of the things coming into this game, we're like, man, we can't allow Brock Purdy to extend the play because Geno Smith did a little bit, but Aaron Rodgers in Thursday Night Football extended the play. Like, he's like pushing 66 years old. And he extended plays. He had like 11-yard rush. Like, that just cannot happen at all. Just incredibly infuriating. Also, on that note, the lack of pressure. Keon White, Josh Uche, like, somebody, can you wake the fuck up and put some pressure on Brock Purdy? Because I know the 49ers, they have Trent Williams, they have a couple of guys on offensive line, but even back, I know the Jets don't have an off offensive line. But come on, man, we need some more pressure, man. Like, they have us in box. They just have us boxed, and you're not putting enough pressure that he could just get out of the pocket and extend the play either with his legs or with his arm. And it's just like, we're already probably the worst team in the NFL, and then you just give other teams the opportunity to do that on you. I mean, it's just an absolute fucking joke. Brandon Ayuk is a 36-yard catch. I don't know what happened on that play with Jonathan Jones. Jonathan Jones, I made a couple of tweets that I was like, Jonathan Jones, might be time for you to become a family man. I feel like I'm my words out. And he made a nice play, but at the end of the day, I'm still not a fan of Jonathan Jones as the CB2. He can be in a slot, whatever. I mean, he's what, 5'9". They had him matched up today against Jawan Jennings. Get the fuck out of my face. Josh Uche misses a tackle on Jordan Mason, and I believe that was when. Actually, no, that was a tackle for loss that he missed earlier in the game. And then after that, he kind of just didn't really show too much effort. Jordan missed a touchdown in the end zone in the second half of the game. But I digress. This has to be Josh Uche's last year in New England. He said, I want to commit to the Patriots because they drafted me, even though I declined other offers from other teams. Man, shut the fuck up and get the fuck off my team, with all due respect. Brock Purdy runs for another first down on third down. I'm literally going to crash the fuck out. Christian Gonzalez travels and tackles Deebo Samuel on a second and goal play. Marcus Jones had a nice stop on that same drive on the third and goal in the back of the end zone on Jawan Jennings, who just came off that phenomenal game. Of course, picked him up in fantasy, and then Deebo starts. But of course, I had Deebo, and he had like nothing except for like one good play. But I digress. Ramondre Stevenson fumbles for the 4th time in 4 weeks. I did not want to see Ramondre Stevenson. I'm not even going to give him the nickname. He's Ramondre Stevenson. I'm not calling him by his nickname. Ramondre Stevenson fumbled for the 4th time in 4 weeks. That is 2, I believe, for a loss, and 2 that the Patriots end up recovering. You have to bench that nigga, bro. Like, with all due respect, you're supposed to be our best offensive player, and you fumble 4 times in 4 weeks. You're making $9 million a year, which is like the upper echelon of the NFL. Yes, you almost single-handedly offensively won us that game against the Bengals, but we don't give a fuck. Y'all still have game balls from week 1. At this point, we're going to finish off this season 1-16, so gives a fuck, my nigga. And then that ended up leading to a field goal by the 49ers. Good pressure from Keon White on Brock Purdy. Ended up throwing the ball, I believe, out of bounds. And yeah, and then we get the ball, and then Fred Warner picks up Jacoby Brissett on a pick six with Demario Douglas literally wide open. I actually made a tweet about this. I usually don't really like go ahead and tweet. I don't tweet about the games, but I don't really show like pictures and stuff like that. But I literally had to tweet this out. Y'all see this? Fred Warner right there. I believe he's trying to throw the ball to right here where my mouse is. I can't tell if that's like Taekwondo or what, but look at the Mario Douglas, the Patriots' best wide receiver, wide open. You're like, oh, number 6 is there. Okay, throw the ball, boom, juke, or he just tackles him. He goes down. Like, it's that simple. Like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I also had that, and then I also want to get into Ramondre Stevenson. Gets stopped on 4th and goal. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson, you can't get me a single yard. You're making $9 million a season. Fred Warner, I mean, that was super athletic play. A nice pick six right there. I forgot to mention. Jacoby Brissett threw it directly to him, but he literally just threw the sideline and things like that. He didn't go out of bounds, and he got a touchdown. Like, that was just stuff. Fred Warner's an absolute stud. We all obviously know that already. He's one of the best linebackers in football. Alex Van Pelt and Jerome Mayo. Can we have a conversation about them? Like I mentioned earlier in the video. If y'all have this terrible season, I mean, I can't complain if you're fired like midway into the season. Might be a hot take. It might not. Who gives a fuck? I'm being blunt this video. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit and oh my god, give them more time. Nigga, this is the New England Patriots. You don't got time for no bullshit. Dietrich Wise, he ends up sacking Brock Purdy. Jelani Tavai, he is a Bill Belichick merchant. He looks absolutely lost in coverage, and he gets beat by a play by Jawan Jennings. George Kittle with 2 guys on him. Jonathan Jones and Del Pettis or Marcus Jones coming in as well. Snags over them for a touchdown in the back of the left end zone. Like, George Kittle's a dog, but just disgusting. Later Robinson, who I believe today was playing with the other guard spots alongside City. So even though Mike Onwenu should be playing right guard, but the City So should be playing left guard. Later Robinson gets clobbered on like a club play by Malik Collins, I believe the former Texan. And then Malik Collins ends up sacking Jacoby Brissett on that play. Christian Ellis recovers a fumble on special teams after Isaac, I believe it is Garendo, fumbles on the kickoff coming out of halftime, and this pins the 49ers at their own 12-yard line as well on another play preceding that. Shout out to Christian Ellis, the guy that actually wanted to do something, so shout out to him. I also forgot to mention before that, Joey Slye. Wasn't really confident Joe Slye coming to the season. He beats out Chad Rowland to take command. Salute to him. He'd be a legend in New England as long as Drake May is the guy that we hope that he becomes. I mean, especially his 3rd overall pick, but you don't want to play him the first 4 weeks. Probably won't play him for the next couple of weeks, but don't worry, man. With declined trades, we probably could have got Malik Neighbors and 2nd round picks, but no, we want to draft Drake May, but we don't want to play him. It's just me giving up on Drake May. It's just me being impatient because every other fucking rookie is playing except for my quarterback. And I just watched Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi play football for my team last season. Like, can we please be fucking for real? Joey Slye made a team record 63-yard field goal. Who I did not know he had that leg in him, to be honest. I know Commanders fans were like, not all that. And then he makes a 63-yard field goal, which is kind of hilarious, but I digress. And then I think he also makes like a 54-yarder as well. So shout out to Joey Slye. Austin Hooper, play action, nice little 4th and goal play. He's wide open in the left end zone. Then Deebo Samuel goes out and beats Jonathan Jones in coverage. The drive right after that just throws it over the top, and Deebo Samuel comes down with it. Jonathan Jones, with all due respect, he just cannot be my CB2 anymore. Again, with all due respect. He might not need to become a family man, but no. Like, can we draft this? Can we please draft a CB2 this year? Like, either it's like 3rd round, 4th round, whatever the fuck. Get Mike Pellegrino in there, let him cook. I mean, come on, man. And Jordan Mason gets the touchdown. He literally gets in the end zone unscathed. Tyquan Thornton then goes ahead and has an illegal block on a nice play for once. A pop through Ramondre lateral pass. I think that's what it calls a trick play. I don't know. It was a 1st down, and they got called back because of Tyquan Bust Thornton. And we had a nice 3rd and 10 play from Jacoby Brissett to get Antonio Gibson. He had a nice little like 11-yard reception on that play, if I remember correctly. Jalen Pope doesn't catch the pass, and the 49ers almost picked Brissett off, and Joe's Lions are making a 54-yard field goal. I believe that was the play. Was that the play where it hit him in the hands, I want to say? Was that the play where he threw it to Lenore? Damn near didn't end up coming up with it. I don't know, because there was 2 plays with Pope. Jawan Jennings then goes ahead and makes a huge play over the top of Marcus Jones, and he's like, what, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", whatever the fuck he is, against Marcus Jones is like 5'9". Like, can we please be fucking for real? Jabril Peppers ends up intercepting Brock Purdy in the end zone, which is, I believe, our first interception of the season. Shout out to Jabril Peppers, one of our better defenders. The inevitable Nick Bosa sack ends up with a strip sack, and just an absolute dominance in a couple of plays where he sacks him damn near, then strip sacks him, and then it's literally just GG's. You know, GG's with the beginning of the game because we fucking suck. And I said it earlier in the game, to have Greg Olsen and Joe Davis calling our game, even though we fucking suck. Great effort by Jalen Polk as well, a deep pass from Jacoby Brissett. He didn't get both feet in bounds. Apparently, some people were saying, "Oh, we got both feet in bounds." I think he just got his left and not his right, but whatever. At the end of the Patriots, we still fucking suck. So who really cares at the end of the day? Jacoby Brissett, let's talk about him. 19 of 32 today, 168 yards, and he touchdown and 1 pick as well. He threw the pick 6 to Fred Warner. Brissett's first pick, I want to say, of the season. He almost had one in the first game against the Bengals in the back of the end zone to Hunter Henry, and he almost had one in the Hail Mary, I believe, against, I want to say, Seattle 2 weeks ago in week 2. Ramondre Stevenson, 13 carries, 43 yards, and a fumble loss. Cannot happen. It's medical haste. Joe Davis was calling Mondre because they both have dreads. They wear number 30 and 39. I mean, I can get it. I don't think he was trying to be like racist or anything like that. Like at points, I'm like, oh, was that Ramondre or was that Hasty? Like, let's be fucking for real. 3 carries, 15 yards for him. Antonio Gibson, really only known for his receiving game, rushing game, not so much. You see behind this lethargic, god-awful offensive line. 6 carries for 12 yards for him. Jacoby Brissett, 2 carries for 3 yards. I mean, he might be able to like elude a sack, but he has no wheels whatsoever. Antonio Gibson had a nice catch at the end of the game, which kind of like boosted up his numbers. 3 catches today for him, 67 yards. Jalen Polk, 3 for 30. Mondre, 4 for 15. Demario Douglas, 3 for 13. Austin Hooper, 2 for 13 and a touchdown, which I will actually end up showing right here. So here's a touchdown from Austin Hooper, from Jacoby Brissett. And then I also showed the Joey Sly 63-yard field goal because that was a team record, even though I didn't think he would make it. I didn't even know that was going in initially. So shout out to them. Shout out to our guy Austin Hooper. Nice little play action pass. Nice fake to Mondre, and he gets in basically unscathed. Shout out to Austin Hooper. Oh man, so God, of course, I started Hunter Henry in fantasy because I had Trey McBride out. And you know what happens? He doesn't score, but you know who does score? Austin fucking Hooper. My luck is just genuinely just god awful, but whatever. I digress. Hunter Henry 2 for 12. Kayshon Boutte 1 for 11. KJ Osborne 1 for 3. I mean, we're not seeing anything from Tyquan Thorne. We're not seeing anything from Javon Baker. We're not seeing this. We're not seeing the running game isn't on shit. Like, what is there to look at? And Chris Gonzalez gave up like over like 50 yards today. Like, that's one of our only guys. I'm not saying he had a bad game, but was it a Klingon? Best thing to Klingon today is Joey Sly, our kicker. Like, you know how sad that is? Like, first round pick, he's not playing. Second round pick, barely gets the ball. Third round pick with Layden Robinson. Fourth round picks, but Caden Wallace and Javon Baker's not even getting clocked. Like, just the mismanagement. Like, this is not a season to win. This is a season to see what you have in these rookies. If you want to see they're part of your plan or not. We are 4 weeks into the season. Only rookie we've seen consistently is Jalen Polk, and he doesn't even get the ball. He's been like one of the better receivers at separation. He just doesn't get the ball. When he does, he's out of bounds. So, whatever. I digress. And then we got a sack today from Deatrice Wise. We got 1 sack all game. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Man, oh man. Yeah, I was also going to show the 63-yard team record field goal from Joey Sly. So, yeah. And there had more, probably in that first half, with this 1 kick, he had more yards than our entire passing game. So that's just fucking amazing, isn't it? Isn't it? Why I can't just go back with my keyboard or whatever. Joey Slide. Nice shot, cameraman. I couldn't even tell initially. Bang. Bro, kickers are on crack, bro. Young Wei Koo, 58-yard field goal. Brandon Aubrey on Thursday Night Football. He made a 65, but he missed like his first like 50-yard kick. I mean, what on earth's going on with kickers, bro? They gotta be off that HGH. They gotta be off that. They gotta be off that. Yeah. Motherfucker might be on steroids. They might be on that. Yeah. Type shit. Let me stop. Now, Brock Purdy, 15-27, 288 yards, a touchdown, and a pick to Jabril Peppers. He had a pretty good game overall. Just able to extend plays, throw over the top of our cornerbacks. I mean, Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. I have to give him his credit. I was definitely one of those guys that was like kind of like shitting on Brock Purdy last season, but I'm gonna give him his credit. Brock Purdy is a really good quarterback in this league. I don't know if he's a top 10. I definitely have him in my top 15, but he's able to extend plays. He's got a really good arm. He's tough. He does have a really good team around him, but I also do think he's a really good quarterback as well. So trust me, I've watched bad quarterbacks. I've watched Jacoby Brissett play football for me. I've watched Mac Jones pass his rookie season. I've watched Bailey Zappi. I've watched actual bad quarterbacks. Brock Purdy actually has talent, so shout out to him. Jordan Mason, I mean, for a team that doesn't really allow that many rushing yards, 24 carries, 153 rushing yards. 123 rushing yards, 5.1 PC, and a touchdown for Jordan Mason. Deebo Samuel, 2 for 14. Brock Purdy is 5 for 11. And Isaac Guerrero, 1 carry for 0 yard. Jawan Jennings, he's their wide receiver 3. And he's just a straight up dog. 3 catches today for Jawan Jennings, 88 yards. Deebo Samuel, 3 for 58. Ayuk, 2 for 48. Kittle, 4 for 45. And a touchdown, like I mentioned, just like completely like mossing, Jonathan Jones and Del Pettis, the rookie. Jordan Mason, 2 for 37. Kyle Juszczyk, as I like to call him, Juice, had a nice play to extend it to a first down on maybe like second or third down. 1 for 12. Shout out to Juszczyk. And then they had a sack today from Nick Bosa. He only had 1 sack. He only had 1 strip sack. They had a pick from Fred, one of the pick 6. 2.5 sacks from Kevin Givens, who, with all due respect, I did not know he existed. Lee Collins, I didn't know about him. He had a sack and a half. And yeah, let's go on to total offense. And yeah, that's the Patriots overall today. 215 total yards to the 49ers, 431. 283 yards passing wise to the 49ers, to 142. They had 148 rushing yards to a 73. 7.2 YPC for the 49ers compared to our 3.5. They had 19 first downs. We had 12. They were 7 for 13, over 50% on third down. We were 5 for 17 on third down. Fourth down, we were 1 for 3. Shout out to Hunter, Austin Hooper. Should have been Hunter Henry. Fucking hell. 62 total plays for us. 60 by the Niners, who actually have more plays, but considerably less yards. Yikes. We fucking suck. 6 sacks allowed by us to their 1. We punted 4 times. They punted 3 times. Total penalties, we had 3 for 20. Yeah, 6 for 43. They lost a fumble on that kickoff. We lost 2 because, of course, Brissett strip sack fumble caused by Nick Bosa, and then Ramondre Stevenson fumble because he literally just barely has butterfingers. Look at his contract. He has like an out after 2027, so he has this year, next year, and then another year after that in 2027 if he still keeps doing this dumb shit. I'm surprised if he's potential out. Same shit with Miles Sanders on the Panthers. Eagles O-line merchant. Almost thought that was DeAndre Swift, but he had a nice run today, even though I think he's an O-line merchant for the Eagles. He's an out also. I just looked into today after like this year, so Panthers fans might be rejoicing that they got Chuba Hubbard. Shout out to them. Interceptions thrown. I mean, Brissett threw 1 and so did Purdy. Just an overall abomination of a game. This is now back-to-back weeks getting steamrolled by very good teams, but still, the turnover battle, the lack of pressure, the fumble, Ramondre Stevenson. I mean, the running game at the best needs to be there. Can we please see some more rookies? Javon Baker. Can we please see Mike Onwenu moving to right guard? Can we please see Drake May? Tom Brady is going to be calling this game. Gillette Stadium, we're finally home with the last, a couple of weeks being away. After the season opener, we were away And then for the Seahawks game, were we not away? I mean, I believe we were. Actually, we were home for that game. So we were away in week 1, home for week 2, away in week 3, and away in week 4. And then we have 2 games back to back at home against the Dolphins and against the Texans. Dolphins are starting Skylar Thompson. We're starting Jacoby Brissett. That is a disgusting quarterback match. But at least Tyler Huntley can run. He has Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. So probably see Tyreek Hill being guarded by Christian Gonzalez. And I remember watching Tyler Huntley, even though he was a Pro Bowl. Just the Pro Bowl is just an absolute fucking joke. But I digress. Just really just didn't have the arm. It really was just the ability to extend plays with his legs. To be quite frank, with respect to him. Kind of in that same what's it called? Not compared to Lamar. Lamar's a world-class athlete, one of the best quarterbacks in football, but just the ability to run the football, kind of a little bit comparative, even though it is definitely disrespectful to say that about Lamar Jackson compared to Tyler Huntley, aka Sleep Huntley. I digress. You're basically a running quarterback, and you just have allowed quarterbacks in back-to-back weeks to extend plays, not only with their legs, but with their arm as well. So, Christian Gonzalez, I need you locked in on Tyreek Hill. Jonathan Jones, man, don't tell me you're gonna become a family man if you get killed by Tyreek. I mean, damn near almost Tyreek fucking Waddle, but I digress. Not really expecting too much next week, but it's an absolute embarrassing performance, and it's an awful start for the Alex Van Pelt, Jerome Mayo, and even the Elliot Wolf regime in New England. This is called a spade, because I'm gonna give it all of y'all, bro. Left tackles. Imagine if we had Trey Jacobs today at tackle. A nigga who? Like Onwenu, who's our best offensive lineman, out of position. For what? For Larry Robinson to get manhandled by Malik Collins? Let's be fucking for real. But other than that, yo, that is the video. Go down below, drop a like, comment down below, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. What John. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.